I've had a banana, I'll let you know. So, I don't know, it's been a while since we played this, also hello Ember and Belong. It's been a while since we played this, and I think I fucked something up in the previous save, so we might have to go back to a slightly older one. Let me just have a look. I don't remember the controls here, Hunt. Okay, yeah, we haven't reported to the mate. We need to find his wife and yell at her. Tell her to ass up. I think she was walking down this street, up this hill, after we were done talking with him before, because there's a step of this quest we probably want to do first before we report to the raid guy there. Look at him, look at him. God damn. That's not her, that's some man. See if we can spot her. Oh yeah, when last we asked off, we we accidentally killed a guy in the village by jumping on him with a horse. And I thought they could just sort of whinge about it, but apparently you can straight up kill a guy by landing on his head with a horse. I mean, it makes sense, but it's not something we've done before at all in this game, and I've tried to jump over many people, and I'm fairly certain that I only ever succeeded properly once. But apparently, you can die from that. So the entire town got pissed at us. We killed almost everyone, and then so Robard or whatever came out of the castle eventually. We had to fight him, and everything in the combat mechanics were as it was with other enemies, except you're not allowed to attack him. Arrows fly straight through him, and while you can target him and fuck around, Henry will just refuse to stab at him. So it was basically just the game going no. They could have gone with a less lame thing of him always ass striking all your attacks and just killing you that way, instead of just having Henry not wanting to fight back, because that was extra bullshit. Where are you going up there, Tom? Oh, where's his wife? Remember when we had the conversation with him up there, which was what I saved just before doing? We talked to this guy, and I caught his wife coming up this hill after I was done with that. And we talked to her, and she's who we need to talk to. So I don't know what the hell. No. Where's your woman, man? God damn. I don't want to go too far into town, because I know she walks up and down this every now and then. There she is. I think.
Good evening.
Hi.
I want to talk a little more about Hannikin Hare.
Oh, very well. What do you want to know?
I want you to hang that garland on the lodge.
But I don't want to go anywhere with him.
You don't have to go anywhere. But tell me, where's that secret meeting place of yours?
On the way to Ujits. Back then, we used to meet by the great big beech tree, right next to the wayside shrine. There's a lovely view there, you see.
And what time will he be waiting there for you?
At dawn. What are you going to do to Hare?
Never you mind. The main thing is it will all get sorted out. And that's all that matters, isn't it?
I suppose so. Very well, then. I'll hang the garland for you.
Her face looks like it's
That'll be
asleep.
everything.
Take care.
Okay, I gotta go to the meeting spot. Gotta do this without fucking killing anyone. I'm gonna save again because she took forever to get up there. Yeah. Right, Solbin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man's all like, die. Savage. That's a lot of he's. Why's there so many saddled he's? Is that the race man's he's? Who belong you to he's? This is where they park the he's from the it's called he's. Weird looking he's. There's a coup. I like sleep now.
Yeah.
A nest. Ass I say. Who knows? Seems very weird to me. Fuck, I'm sobering up.
Yeah.
Kitty. James is fine, kitty. He's already there.
Nicholas won't be joining us. Who the devil are you?
Who the fuck is Nicholas?
I thought you wanted to meet up with Margaret.
Fortunately, I'm not that much of a fool anymore. I was hoping I'd tempt Nicholas out of his lair. But let's get to the point. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
This is true.
My name is Henry, and I work for the Master Huntsman.
So are you going to arrest me?
I am.
All I ask is that you listen to me first.
Why should I listen to you?
Because if you care about justice, you're after the wrong man.
Anyone can say that.
And that's precisely why the accused should get a proper hearing.
I like this guy. Different voice actor than most of all the clones.
Let me guess. You're gonna tell me you're innocent?
I wouldn't presume. I've been poaching on the Divish estate, and I'll take the punishment I deserve. But the crime I was nearly strung up for, that one I didn't commit.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Hannikin Hare of Zalush.
The nobleman?
I used to be. My house became sadly impoverished, and I became the master huntsman at Talmberg.
Gamekeeper turned poacher? I see. That's quite a transformation.
Nicholas gave me no choice.
What happened to your family?
My father lost his influential friends and the money with them. After his death, I inherited only his debts. There was nothing for it but to sell off all our possessions, see to my sister's welfare, and manage as best I could.
That sounds a rough deal.
Believe it or not, I never cared for the life of a nobleman. I spent my youth running free, hunting in the woods.
What happened between you and Nicholas?
I was falsely accused of murder. Henry of Lipa visited Talmberg, and the morning after the banquet in his honor, one of his men was found dead.
And didn't they have any cause to suspect you?
That's just it, they did. At the banquet, I got into a fight with the man.
Is Hanish just dad, for fuck's sake? Henry, pay attention.
I know Sir Hanish of Lipa. Was Sir Henry his father?
Indeed. He was on his way to Ratai to take charge of the fiefdom for young Sir Hans Capon.
Why did you get into a fight with him?
The fall of the House of Zalush was the work of the Lords of Lipa, and that fellow took great delight in reminding me of it.
And then what?
Nicholas began to pull strings. Several people came forward as witnesses to say they saw me with the fellow later that night.
Why would he have done that?
He wanted rid of me. We were both in love with the same lass, you see, and Margaret is his wife today. But back then, there was no question which of the two of us would win her. I was the huntsman of noble blood, and Nicholas was just plain Nick. Her father's preference was clear.
Do you know who did kill the man?
No, he was found in a ditch with his neck broken. He could have tripped and fallen, all on his own.
And that never occurred to anyone?
It did, but some people swore they'd seen us jostling on the drawbridge. Of course, that was Nicholas's work.
Yeah, murder's wrong.
What did
I'll
Margaret
kill
think
you.
of you?
She took me for a fool. She only had eyes for Nicholas, but I didn't see it then. In the end, she could have saved me.
How?
She could have told the truth. After the banquet, I was with her. But when they asked her, she said she hadn't seen me that night.
Very quiet forest considering how the leaves are assing around in the wind.
How did you get out of it?
What leads you to imagine I did?
Your head's still on your shoulders, so you must have escaped somehow.
I'm alive. But my name and my family's name has been dragged through the mud. For me, that's worse than the sentence waiting for me.
If you say
Hey,
so.
fucking...
But you still managed to get away.
Well, it's true I had the good fortune to escape from the dungeon.
From the Talmberg dungeon? That can't be done, can it?
It's not too hard when the lord of the castle himself helps you escape.
So, Divish set you free? From his own dungeon?
He couldn't offend Henry, so he had to lock me up. But he trusted me. We were friends, after all. He led me out of the castle in the night. I was given a good horse, and in a couple of days I was in Silesia. And that was the end of it. At least until now.
And how did it happen?
It's a long story.
I've got time to listen.
All right. But for you to understand, I have to start from the beginning. I was born as Hannikin Hare of Zalush, the eldest son of Sidney of Zalush. My house became sadly impoverished, and I became the master huntsman at Talmberg.
Gamekeeper turned poacher. I see. That's quite a transformation.
Nicholas gave me no choice.
What happened between you and Nicholas?
Yeah,
I
we're
was
back
falsely
there now.
accused of murder. Henry of Lipa visited Talmberg, and the morning after the banquet in his honor, one of his men was found dead.
And didn't they have any cause to suspect you?
That's just it. They did. At the banquet, I got into a fight with the man.
And then what?
Nicholas began to pull strings. Several people came forward as witnesses to say they saw me with the fellow.
What the fuck?
Night. He wanted rid of me. We were both... But back then, there was no...
How did you get out?
What leads you to imagine...
Your head's still on.
I'm alive.
If you say so.
Well... It's not...
So,
He couldn't, and that was the end.
even if I believed you, there's no proof. It all happened a long time ago.
I know. But if I didn't believe in my own innocence, I'd have to be crazy to have done what I did.
Why?
If I truly were guilty, why would I risk coming back to Bohemia? I could have died in peace as a rich man in the pay of the Jagiellonians. Only a fool would come back.
Nicholas took everything you had, regardless of your guilt or innocence. I'd say you have more than enough cause to want revenge.
I'm not like him. Anyway, you're right. I don't have any proof of my innocence. All I can give you...
I can kill the fuck out of him.
This is one of the most insane stories I've heard lately.
That doesn't surprise me.
But something tells me you're speaking the truth, Hannikin Hare.
Thank you. And if you want to help me, come to the old mine gallery in Broad Woods.
I'll be there.
I have a plan, but I need some help.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if we could talk to Dilwish about that. Ooh. I'll meet you there. I want to talk to Dilwish though. Herr Divish. The Putin machine. How goes your cud, SoulCube? Don't tell me you haven't played. It's your solemn duty to keep a steady stream of tales of cud going towards me. Good man. Doesn't work. How, where'd you go? Do you have a recoiler yet? Oh. Yeah. Where are you on the map about? Man's in his underwear.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I kind of did the same thing.
Good luck, Ben.
Just keep moving around. Every time you see stairs up, take them. Don't go further down. Eventually you'll come up. Oh. We tried assing through a wall or something? If all else fails, you can just keep going until you find more asses up. I did exactly the same thing on my previous guy. Yeah, I mean, every single parasang is 99 deep. So yeah. I got glot rot down there. If you're worried, then try and go back the way you came as much as you can. Just look for things you've already explored, go through there, try and ass up. Downhill, Henry.
Yeah.
Nah, it's fine committing. It's like, it's better you figure a way out of there. I would always do Yopper.
Yeah.
Jesus, Henry. Oh, I see. They're basically ways of getting skills that you wouldn't normally, I think, if you want to min-max it. Like, my ass, I made the stupid brute axe guy, but I took Tinker because it meant I could take I would get Tinker level 1, and some of the stats I wouldn't have the intelligence to take normally. Yeah. It took me a while. How deep down are you? I think since all the skills aren't equal in cost, it's better to get the starts that have some of the ones. Like, if you get something that starts with axe, which costs 50 points to unlock, that doesn't really compare to dual wield, which costs 300. Level 4 isn't bad. I think Red Rock is actually kind of special in that way, because there is a lake. There's a lake in Yopper. There's a secret entrance down where you can go and follow an underground river all the way to Red Rock from there, which is kind of not so randomized. You might have gotten into some of that shit. But yeah, like, if you commit now or something, you'll get out. Yeah, no. You find them pretty quick though. Like, your fists are considered clubs, I think. And they have infinite penetration.
So, what are you up to?
Working out how to get Nicholas's confession.
And how would you do that exactly?
Simple. I'll have him sign it. I've had the priest in Janowitz write me up a parchment. When Nicholas signs it, he'll admit to everything written down there.
How do you want to force him to do that?
He won't have a choice, or rather he will have, between his wife Margaret and the job of huntsman.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, it's something along the lines of a normal weapon starts with 4 penetration off the bat, and then can maybe go up to 8 with your plus strength, so you need to be really, really fucking strong to go above that with fists, since they start at, I think, 0, and they ass up.
I'm not following this at all.
It's plain enough. We'll kidnap Margaret. That's to say, you'll kidnap Margaret while I distract Nicholas. If he wants to see her again, he won't have any choice.
Fucking yes.
I like that. No beating around the bush.
My thoughts exactly.
But that confession's just a scrap of parchment with writing on it. What will happen to him after that?
That scrap of parchment is for Sir Divish and the provincial court. But we'll be generous to Nicholas and let him leave in peace before we deliver the confession to Townburg.
So Nicholas will go free, and you'll clear your name?
Hopefully.
So what do I need to do?
I had Nicholas's prized hunting horn liberated. I'm sure Nicholas will recognize its sound from quite far off. I'll lure him out of the lodge at dawn.
And I'm meant to kidnap his wife while he's gone?
Of course, it would be best if she went with you voluntarily, but if not, you'll just have to drag her with you.
Very fine. I know, I know, Soul Cube. It's making you a Nando's. Yeah, it's reminding me of something. I'm trying to find the picture, but fucking the internet is goddamn ustless at this fucking shit. Because for some reason Olaf doesn't show up on Google. There we go. Oh god damn it, of course it has tits. Well, in that case I'll just link it. I thought that one was safe as.
I think I'm going to enjoy it.
Don't get too excited. Margaret isn't to be harmed. Understand?
Of course.
Oh, they did.
When you get her, bring her here. Then we can decide what's next.
All right.
Justice
Don't
is
forget,
easy.
tomorrow at dawn.
Oh, we're timed then. And I started this in the evening. Shit fuck, okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Abduction. I do not remember it's been a long time since I played this. If I get in a fight, I'm probably gonna just immediately explode from not remembering half the bullshit. Wait, how much are we tracking here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hino Gigantino. He knows the space hate rowboat.
Yeah.
Why am I in a private area now? What's going on? Why are the
Hey!
guards here?
What the hell do you think you're doing? If you don't clear
What?
up quick, it'll be the worse for you.
Ja men vad fan? Ja men oj då. I kind of want to go full fuck ass, but the game probably doesn't account for it, so I'll just break things. Other wayfarers can just walk past all swell nice. I'm not allowed to. I see how it is. Fuck asses. How good is my stealth actually at this point? I think it's like tall, big, swole. Up. Who here? Who here? It's true. Especially because I was literally just talking to Hanelkin and shit. I was literally just talking to him up here, and then I go somewhere else and I didn't come back to report the thing, so the quest failed. Even though no one should know that at this point. Shit, there's a guard. Luckily I left this door open. Cannot see shit. Also can't sneak. Carrying asses apparently. Why is there a guard standing there now? Fucking, I can't see anything. It's ridiculous. Come on, you fucking... Absolutely fucking typical. Well, this will take a while. Hell was that? If it was all downhill, I could just roll her. So, I have a skill, right? It's Strongitude, I think. Gravedigger. Dead or unconscious bodies won't cost you any stamina, and they'll burn you half as much. I thought that would make me able to run with them or something like that, but apparently not. I'm half weight already, but I can't run with anyone. My computer is very loud, fan-wise, when I play this game. Sounds like it wants to take off. Henry, call me Henry. I need a new case for my PC. I think one of the fans are busted, so it's like extra loud and shit. Fuck, about halfway. He could have had a lighter wife. The waif, so to speak. I always worry that my PC's overheating because it sounds so fucking loud. Got water cooling as well, which is very fine. Be very nice having a silenter one. I don't know if you can hear it at all. I also have an air purifier going at the same time, so who knows. So a thing I'm wondering here, right? Because when we get another horse, I might shuffle some points around, which means respecking. I have a heavy duty pony right now to carry more shit, but I think I might enjoy a racehorse. Dreadsteed and shit like that. But I also have this, like the thing we saw enable itself there, like Savage, for example. In the wilds you have strength, agility, vitality, and speed. I don't know, because right now most of those stats are completely maxed out. So I don't know. We have +2 in this one. We have pluses in these as well, but it doesn't add it over 20, so you can't see it here. So I wonder if I get minuses, if the pluses will cancel those out. So having this thing still is a good safety net for if I get poisoned or something, or if it's literally just sort of ass. I don't know. That's alright. Oh, I swear that there's an auto run button, isn't there? There is somewhere. I hit it every now and then. Is it this button? No. This button? No. Numpad? No. It's very odd that you got stairs that were a dead end. That's not that common. There is probably also other stuff you can do. You might want to... What sort of weapons are you using? Regardless though, you should be able to punch through shale. Oh, those break extremely easily. The vine walls, they just go splat if you attack them. They don't take any damage at all, really. I don't think they have much armor value. The vine walls are green compared to the other ones. Actually, I don't know. You might not have the tile set. Here we go.
Good work, Henry. Now we have to act fast and sort out Nicholas. Are you all right?
It's fucking dark. Also, women's all like ass.
I have to say, that bitch could do with a taste of the whip.
Watch
Jesus,
your mouth.
Henry.
She may not be my betrothed anymore, but that doesn't mean I'll stand here and let you insult her.
All right, I was just saying.
Well, don't.
Jesus.
I have to say, that bitch could do with a taste of the whip.
Watch your mouth. She may not be my betrothed anymore, but that doesn't mean I'll stand here and let you insult her.
All right, I was just saying.
Well, don't.
You can bin most walls, even if it's the red ones. The green... There's a type of worm. Or Nabalmont, yeah. There's a type of worm that'll go invisible and fart out those things while it crawls around. That might have been it. Always, like... You can... Unless you're using really shit weapons that have no penetration, you should be able to dig through most walls. As long as you just give it a while. Just hold down control and move into the wall. If you end up in a dead end and you can see the tile is sort of open to one of the sides, like you can usually see if if a piece of wall has another wall behind it or if it's ass.
I don't think about it much. What next?
Take this confession. Go to Nicholas and make him sign it before you tell him where Margaret is.
Aren't we going to eat her? I thought...
What if he refuses?
You'll have to make him, one way or another.
There were 50,000 guards at his house randomly.
I'm not complaining, but couldn't you go to him yourself?
Believe me, I'd rather not drag you into it at all. But if Nicholas sees me, he'll go straight for my throat before I get a word in. The only way to avoid bloodshed is if you go.
I see. Yes, you're probably right.
Most screens or like areas take up most of the ass, so if like half of it's blocked off, there's something over there. It's rare that there's just an entire ass, because you can usually enter all the screens from each side, so there's at least like a hollow bit I should get. Anyway.
And what if he attacks me?
Then of course you'll have to defend yourself. If you knock some sense into him in a duel, all well and good, but don't forget we need him alive. So keep a cool head.
All right. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. I'll get to it.
Here's the document. Don't forget to tell him he should get the hell out of Talmberg before we take it to the castle.
Where would I find you?
I'll wait for you in the clearing. Be quick. I don't want to keep poor Margaret here any longer than necessary.
I understand.
I'm gonna go yell at this ass. I'm gonna go tell Margaret she's a slag. I think it's done the thing. Like, I have the Nighthawk effect going right now, but I think sometimes... oh, he seems nice enough. I wonder if these guys... Hey. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You seem to be getting along well enough.
So, have you got it?
Not yet.
Hurry up. There's no time to spare.
You're gonna be all smoochy when I get back, aren't you? Yeah, I think there's sometimes in cutscenes and shit where the Nighthawk effect will get turned off. For whatever reason. And it'll stay off even if the thing's still ready. Are you looking for me? The whistle, will you see me? Hello. 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 Hello.
Ah! Fuck! What's up? Murka!
Just practice combat before load. Murka? What, like the grove? Why are you out of breath already? Don't be weird, Handelkin. Oh, Jesus. Fucking hell, Henry. Piercer, is that anything like the one I have? Calm down there. That's considered stolen. You're right. I can't mercy ask him. Nor can I take stuff from... What the fuck? Where's my shit? Oh, there we go. Hair's ring. Oh, I guess that's what... Okay, let's maybe not do that. Oh, I see we are full on saves. Hopefully that doesn't mean we
You bastard! Let me go!
What? Let me just fuck, where was this again now? Wars? Kingdom Come? I really love how, like, no games anymore put the fucking save game things inside their folder. Fucking hell, where did I used to ask this? They don't put stuff inside the games folder anymore, which I can kind of understand, but it's either documents, games, documents my games, or in the app data, either in local, or your username. All fucking over the place. So now, because I haven't played this for a while, I have to sort of try and guess where the fuck it is. Oh no, it's in under my user saved games, and there it is. Okay, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's fucking irritating. Like, why hide things like that? No saves, fine. Just fucking hide shit so mate can't ask. Well, let's go talk to that twat. Is it easier if I... No, put that way. Henry, god damn. I keep pressing tab. I do that all the time. Trying to press tab to open the ass. Instead of I. He's gonna go see Marius, I think, once we're done with this quest. Very interesting. I think Jonathan Boakes, or what's he called? Andrew is actually involved in this quest if he's still alive. Of course, being mega asshole, we sorted it so that he isn't. I can't see shit either. Fuck. Is that a toilet?
Yeah.
I wonder if his house after his wife has been kidnapped suddenly is no longer considered out of ass. Let's go have a look. I'm still reasonably drunk. Probably have an extra moonshine just in case. It'll make us a little too drunk, but just in case alcoholism hits us right now. It did right there. I figured it would. And we have the visual bug. God damn it. $100 is also just an arbitrary number on save files. Why? Okay. I'm drunk again. There we go. Alright. Our charisma is absolutely in the toilet. Wait, what's this? Drunk's luck, 7 mile ass, drinking habit. Alright, so is he home?
Have you seen my wife, Margaret? I'm sure something must have happened to her.
Look at Henry.
I can't find her anywhere.
Yes, I've seen her.
Well, speak, where is she?
Hannikin Hare is holding her captive.
How do you know that?
Because I was the one who abducted her for him. And now I'm here to parley with you.
What, you whoreson? Tell me where she is right now, or you'll rue the
Fingers
day.
straight through face.
Bluster all you want, but if you ever want to see Margaret again, you better get a grip on yourself.
Where is she? Tell me!
You scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. Sign this parchment here, and I'll tell you what you want.
Man has a feather made of sequence. Look at that.
I, Nicholas Angel, do hereby confess... conspiracy against Sir Hannikin Hare, just in proper punishment. What? You must be out of your fucking mind. Never.
Right, listen to me. I've been charged by Hannikin Hare to get your confession by any means necessary. If you carry on like this, you'll be signing with your own blood.
Do you think I scare that
Henry
easy?
has no angry
I'd be
face.
signing my own death warrant in any case. So what have I got to lose?
No, you're wrong. Hare swore to me he'll give you a head start. By the time he takes your confession to Talmberg, you and your Margaret can be long gone.
So, I have your word of honor we'll be allowed to leave.
I swear it. Neither Hare nor I will stand in your way.
There. Now tell me where my wife is.
There's an old mine gallery, a little to the south of here. Margaret is in there, alive and well.
I certainly hope so.
Alright then. Wonder if we have any options here. Seemed dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget if the Pribyslavich stuff takes actual in-game days to make, because then we might be kind of fucked since we don't sleep, so we don't have an effective way of skipping time. Up. Hey. How are you? Good, thank you.
So, have you got it?
It's done. He signed it.
Voluntarily.
Yes. More or less.
Well, I'm glad it's been done without bloodshed.
I like
What
this
now?
guy's smug face.
Will you take the confession to Talmberg?
We'll go together. I need you to bear witness. I've been gone for years, and I'm not sure they'll take my word for anything.
Well, I hope they do believe you. Otherwise, we're both for the noose.
Don't worry. Divish won't forget our former friendship so easily. We'll wait until morning and then set off.
Right.
You're gonna skip time. Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna get sober. Fucking game. Ass. It's probably gonna slap me directly into a conversation as well. Sober. Ugh. My drunk stats. You slag fuck. Damn it. I'm completely sober. And I'm being washed by the rain. Fuck. Did it say I slept or waited there?
Hannikin Hare. I never expected to see you again.
It was the will of God that I returned.
You realize that Sir Henry of Lipa has never repealed his sentence against you. I'm duty-bound to arrest you and turn you over to the provincial court.
Perhaps. But will you read this first? Henry here is my witness that your master huntsman Nicholas signed it himself. This ought to change their minds.
It might. I'm sorry, Hannikin. I always trusted you. But your guilt seemed irrefutable. Nicholas was very thorough. Oh, there's no doubting his own confession. Captain,
Yes, sir.
have the Master Huntsman arrested.
That won't be necessary. I don't think they'll find him.
I understand.
Murdered the fuck out of him.
So, what's to be done with you now? Poaching and kidnapping the Master Huntsman's wife. You see my difficulty.
I know. I can't stay here. It's enough to know my name is cleared.
I'll have a letter drawn up to recommend you to the service of Sir Vincent at Vellish Castle.
Thank you, sir.
Vincent?
But if Nicholas has vanished and we're sending you to Vellish, then who's going to be my master hunter here?
There's one obvious candidate. Henry here.
All he's
Help me
proven
bring
is he can
Nicholas to
carry
justice.
women.
And he's no disgrace as a hunter.
Really? Well, what of it, young man?
All good things come to, well, the protagonist.
It would be an honor, sir.
Good, good. Then I hereby name you Master Huntsman at Talmberg Castle. My Chamberlain will tell you more about your new responsibilities. Good luck to you, Hannigan.
Up and down with the sun.
Thank you, Henry. I could never have managed it without you. God willing, we will meet again one day.
He might be in the sequel, actually. That would be nice. I liked him.
Not entirely, sir. He brought just over half, yes.
Bleh. Wait, what? Oh, it's my bow. Thought I had some weird shit going on. I have a home here now. No, they can see a little further than you, I think. Sometimes I think they can shoot through some walls. They'll be behind a particular type of wall. They seem to be able to shoot over. It's very annoying. I'm not sure how the fuck that works because I can't see them through it. I think I've seen some of them be inside walls sometimes as well. I don't know. It's weird. Generally in the chat, watch out for something saying something chirps. That means there's a turret nearby. It's like a little warning. But yeah, if it seems to be coming through a wall, there's not really much you can do. I should probably just fuck off. Yeah, I've had that as well. Maybe it's worth the thing oogling. Dev-wise. Okay, so I finished that now. I've only had that happen once though.
Tell him to come here without delay. I want to have a word with him.
I'll do that, sir.
I'll knock the dust out of his apron, the scoundrel.
Who you talking about?
Good health to you.
Oh fuck.
God save Master Chamberlain. Here I am.
So I see. And what do you want from me?
I'm the new Master Huntsman. I was told to report to you.
Aha, yes. That whole business with Nicholas was, how shall I put it, rather unfortunate. Well, I won't keep you with the lamentations of an old man. Now, to your new duties. You're to supply the castle kitchen with game and protect the woods from poachers. Although there shouldn't be too many of those now.
No, I expect not. And when shall I start?
Right away. Sir Divish is planning to hold a banquet soon, and he wants venison for it.
All right, I'll get going right away.
By the way, the Master Huntsman should get a hunting bow and appropriate livery. You'll find everything in the lodge, which is also yours for as long as you hold the office.
I see. That's good news.
Let's see how
Yes,
arrested I'll
yes.
be for standing
Nothing
here.
but good news. Run along now. Take care.
Could you make a copy of your save? If you want to ask. Might be able to send it to DevMan. We're not going there, Davish. I'm not allowed to follow. Davish. Boom.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Yeah, I assumed that as well, but I spent a lot of time trying to find the turret, and I even destroyed a bunch of walls when I was asking it. Like, it wasn't anywhere there. Yeah, I think it's in local... It's in the app data somewhere under free whatever games.
Can I be of service to you, Sir Divish? I've heard talk that something is going on in Pribyslavitz.
Henry, you've come at just the right moment. I sent a man to Pribyslavitz. My locator, Marius.
What's a locator?
A land allocator. I charged him with checking on the condition of the settlement to see if we can start rebuilding it.
You're planning to resettle the village?
Yes,
Why Pribyslavitz of all places?
because it's been lying fallow and falling into ruin since it was sacked by Havelmetic years ago. It's about time that changed.
Well, it should be safe there now. We trounced that rabble on the battlefield.
Yes, and that's why I sent my master locator there. However, he should have been back long since.
You need
If
to
you've no
locate him.
objection,
Huh.
I could go and look for him.
I'd appreciate that. He probably just got delayed. But I'd be happier if you checked it out.
Oh yeah, going to Pribyslavitz. He know. 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 A few will. Come on, slip there. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sauvage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. A bit of poison on my blade. Oh, it's still poisoned.
Yeah.
His ass, you can't renew the poison since it apparently lasts for an amount of damage to the enemy. But lasts for an amount of damage to the what the fuck? To the enemy, but it
Yeah.
but while it's on, you can't put more shit on there. It'll just sit there and be all like, "Ugh, poison's already on, you can't put it on." The only way to sort of clear it and put another one on is to
Yeah.
put another poison on and then reapply it, the one you actually wanted. I've checked this, haven't I? Which is ass because it means I can go into a fight and have one stab left of poison and then be binned. Damn it, Henry. I just stuck to the road. I'm the master huntsman, not any asses here. No, I murdered these in-game time very recently, I think. I'd like to stream some City Skylines, but goddamn, I'm sort of... What? 200 euros worth of DLC short of having the full game. I was annoyed at that today. They have... I bought the game at full price for 30 euros when it came out. That's fine. That's something I'm willing to pay. I'm glad every release of a game isn't always 50, 60 euros. Full game. And then there's some DLC for that. That had... ooh, charcoal. This is where I should have looked before. There's DLC for that. That came out the same year, 2015. And it's still full price, which is half the full game. And now everything, to get everything to a game I bought full price, I have to pay 200 fucking euros. No game is worth that much. It's just ridiculous. Paradox, what are you doing? I mean, the idea is they want you to buy them as they come out. Oh, Nomadic Jam. 39? You couldn't have made it 40. You couldn't have made a bot and made it 40. God, oh wait, no, it's the extra I had with 41 later. Tie them. Yeah, time for host. Good man, good man. Welcome to compression, the compression forest. It's kind of like Mirkwood, except we have artifacts instead of spiders. Making our way. Yeah, little running joke there. With 40 man host. Me and Nomrad there. Go way back with a 40 man host joke. Right, so we're in Prince-Labanovich, also known as Artifact Town for you guys. For me, this game looks really good, but I don't know what Twitch has done. Like, there's something going on. I think that the compression just seems worse, and I can't do anything about it. Unless, of course, I was partnered, I guess. They get all the nice things. Get off my horse and run into the artifacts. Ugh, I hear a dog. Save again. La da da, la di da. Call me balancers. Wild invisible walls. Try to. Fantastic. Was it actually inside a wall? Because I know they can't... stuff can occupy the same tile and it'll only show one of the things on top. Because of course it can't show a stack of things. God damn it! Oh, I see. I'm interested to know if holding down... Are you using a tile set or not? Because I'm interested to know if holding down Alt will show you where the turret is. Okay, because if you hold down Alt, I tried to do it here, which is extremely stupid because I'm not... This is not the game. If you hold down that, it'll show stuff in red that's hostile to you. Which is kind of... It gives mimics a bit of a bum deal. It might have spent a lot of time mimicking the wall. And you just press Alt and you see it's red. So we're looking for... We are trying to locate a locator here, for those of you who joined. We had a big battle here and it was kind of weedy. I'm amazed there's still all this crap here. Considering we sieged this. Is it a siege? If you... What constitutes a siege, actually? Waiting? Or just attacking a fortified position? Okay, so try loading again. Stand next to it, press Control G, and then highlight the tile. See if it tells you that there's two things, or says the turret refuses to speak to you. If things are stacked, Control G usually lets you fuck around with things. Well, dudes here, are you just going to be bandits, or you're just going to be bandits? Okay. Oh, I can actually talk to him. Okay, hello.
So, it's all clear to me now.
What is? Who are you? You've no business here.
I'm Henry, and I was expecting to find you here.
What? How could you?
Sir Divish's locator went missing around these parts.
Well, it seems like he's all out of luck, don't it? Divish ought to have sent someone better than you to parley.
He didn't send me to parley, he sent me to deal with it.
Deal with it? There's plenty of us and you're on your own. So I think twice about how you're going to deal with that.
Let him go, right now. Or you can stay here and feed the crows, like the rabble who were here before you.
All right. No need to be hasty, eh? We'll be on our way then. Quietly. That fella's in the tent over there.
Does it say anything along the lines of there's nothing there or something? Yeah, it only looks at one thing. Oh man, these guys are just gonna leave now. They're not even gonna walk away. God damn it, I wanted to murder them. But I also wanna be cool. No message. Weird. It should at least tell you that there's nothing there instead of asking no message. Here you go up here, they say...
So, it's all clear. I'm
get
Henry.
Binned.
What?
Sir Divish...
Well...
He didn't send...
Deal?
Duel.
Enough beating around the bush.
At him, lads!
It should do. Wait, they didn't see me. Well, they lost sight of me because I'm some sort of stealth savant. I'm too drunk for archery. When you say at him, boys, do you mean... There were actually more people.
Alarm! You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. To arms! Get over here!
Yuck.
Is that the...
What?
To arms! Get over here!
He says, running away. Weirdo.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Someone's having an existential crisis.
Raise the alarm! Watch out! Oh, dear God.
If you shoot them in the head, the poison works twice as fast. Right in the upper lip, fucking hell. Alright, Rick? I think control space is just interact without going somewhere. Whereas the control G shows most... I don't know. That's mine now. I'll take that back. Do you think that's worth anything? 700, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that'll be alright. You tossed it on the... Oh, I see. I see the thing down there, having a color now. Broke this guy a little too hard. I need all the grotten I can get. Bet there's still some alive in there somewhere. Well, sort out. Let's go. No? Damn it, there's Marius. I guess that's it.
Hey, Goodman, help me. I'm tied up here.
Untie. I thought it said urinate.
Please. Thank you.
Better not skip time.
My pleasure. Sir Divish sent me to find you, and it looks like I arrived just in time.
God's truth.
I'm Henry of Skalitz.
My name is Marius Bielek, Master Locator. Sir Divish sent me here to survey the area.
Well, the outlaws are out of the way, so we can go and report to him, right?
Not just yet. Those bastards caught me as soon as I arrived, and so far all I've seen is the inside of the tent they tied me up in. I still have a job to do. Although I won't see much in the dark. I'll have to spend the night. Though I doubt I'll get a wink of sleep after what happened. You sure there are no more bandits around?
You've nothing to worry about, unless you're afraid of hares.
Well, come to me after dawn and we'll look the place over
God
together.
damn it.
I'll explain everything to you.
All right. Good night.
You better not sleep me automatic. Oh, thank fuck. Guess I can have a look at the thing here now. Wooden guy dude. Seems like somewhere you'd get stuck. Runt was up on the other thing, where I can take shit from him. Yep. Almost sober. Sober lord. God damn it. Cabbage, not on my watch. Was that pristine? Yes. God damn. These bandits knew how to care for their produce. Alright, Kudumbi. It very much depends what you like. Let's say it like this. What kind of game do you think it is? What do you think it would be like? Like the kind of another game that might be like it, that you enjoy. That's a decent comparison. The thing is, The Witcher, especially 3, is polished to a fucking shine, where this is a bit buggy still and very, very janky. So if you're willing to tolerate that, you might be okay. I've had men come in here before ask the same question, and they said they expected it to be like Skyrim, which will disappoint a lot. But I like it. It's fun and it's silly. Oh no, I can't use the ladder to get back down. How do I get down from here without dying or getting stuck in terrain? Well, that worked, I guess. Maybe. Might still be stuck. Nope. Okay, I made it. Yeah, it's a long game. It's fun, mostly. It can be frustrating because it's very janky. I mean, this is my 2.5 playthrough. I can just check Steam, I guess. 239 hours so far. But I'm going through this time as an asshole, as opposed to the first time we went through it as knight in shining armor. Playing it as an asshole does not really do much for it. There's not that much replayability for different stuff. You can do different builds and things, but you'd have to put that limitation on yourself rather than anything. Things like that. But I think it's generally a well-made game. The things it does well, it does very well. But the combat and a lot of things are not really well done. I've had this rant many times. It has a bunch of things it wants to do, and because of that, it has to sacrifice other things quite often. Alright, K-Pur Waters. Well, I've streamed all of it. Like, when I first played it, I think we got to about a little further than we are now. But the game was such a buggy mess at launch that it was just unplayable. So I dumped it for a bit. Then I picked it up again, played through it, enjoyed it, and now we are trying again with a different kind of playthrough. I have not played Morrowind that much. I think probably below 50. You go to the YouTube and count the hours on the video to see how much time I spent in it. Ah, fuck, I'm sober. Henry, you ass. Ugh. Can only sleep for a few hours at a time because otherwise he'll sober up. We also try to do silly things. The game is not super well. It is long, but it's not as long as the time I put into it. Like, you set your own goals and decide you want to do various things. Well, when Morrowind came out, I didn't have a computer that could run it. By the time I had a computer that could run Morrowind, it had aged quite a lot. I did not like Oblivion, and I didn't care much for Skyrim. And it doesn't really compare to this. We did stream some of all three of those, but I never finished either. Any of them. We got bored. Right, we sit here some more. Yeah. It's the sort of stuff that can be sort of difficult to enjoy at this point. I'm too old for Oblivion now, I think. But yeah, I think this game is worth the thing if you like this sort of thing. But it's difficult to really compare to much. You won't really know if you like it until you play it. It's weird in that it sells itself as very skill based with a lot of things, including the combat and all the ways you can fight and stuff, but it doesn't really work like that. It's an RPG at heart, and your stats influence everything. The combat system is kind of interesting, but it only really works on a flat surface, 1 versus 1, and it's the most fun when both of you have equal stats. In any other situations, which is 95% of the combat in the game, it's wonky at best.
Here I am.
Excellent. We can start inspecting the area right away to see what can be built where. Shall we get to it then?
I'll escort you then. At least I can make sure you don't get caught again.
What? Are there more of those bandits around?
No, I just meant... Never mind. Should we get going?
Turned around with thingy.
This is a good spot for the rat house. Every village must have one. It'll be nice and prominent here. It's on the hillside, so the foundations will stay dry. It can have its own little square.
I'll let them talk, then I'll explain.
There's
I don't
no
wanna...
better site here. The church is still standing. Good. Good. Whoever built it did a good job. Considering how old it is and what it's been through recently, it stood up well. It won't be an easy job to fix it, but it can be done. Timber alone won't do, though.
I think the scaling killed it for a lot of people in Oblivion. I'll explain the flat thing once he's done talking. It's a bit of a longer rant, so...
Hey! We could fit at least one tradesman's shop here. Maybe a baker's? There's quite a lot of space here. It just needs clearing thoroughly. Then we could even fit stables here.
Yeah, I didn't even notice there was head bop. It's not the sort of thing I see. Motion blur though. Mouse acceleration, I'm right on that shit as soon as it's in the game. It's either can be turned off or I don't play it.
Main approach road and the stream.
That's both.
This bridge needs reinforcing. It won't last long in this condition. I reckon it would make sense to build a weir over the stream down there. The water here is clean and can be used to supply the village until we sink a well. It's a good thing we have this stream. No point in building without a water source.
Yeah, you tell me, Marius. Fine, man. Yeah.
Supplies and trade will flow through here.
One of the gimmicks we're doing is we never sleep and we never eat, which means we have to get all our nutrients and awakeness from alcohol. which means permanently drunk. I'm also trying to... We have this stat here. Total time, well, 84 point something days. I'm trying to spend all of that drunk, but we've only been drunk for 61 days because the game likes to skip time, and sometimes when we travel on the horse, he gets sober, and I can't stop him on the horse to get drunk. So normally you get attacked 50 million times when you travel, which usually I take the opportunity to get drunk at that point. But if he doesn't get attacked, he'll just sober up, and I can't stop it. Also, time slept 1.3 days. This is also plot, sadly, where he goes to nap. We're mainly doing moonshine now because nothing else really seems to touch Henry. Was this
I can't even see past the trees and ruins whether there's room for anything there. But at least the trees are strong and healthy. All we need is a few good woodcutters, and we won't have to bring in any timber from elsewhere.
Yeah. This game gets wrecked by compression on Twitch, especially when you run through the forest. It's quite a good looking game. It's CryEngine. It looks pretty good. The people's faces look a bit weird, but the nature's very nice looking. But it doesn't run particularly well, and I've fucked around a lot with settings to get it to run well.
Stone foundations. They'll come in handy, and we're close to the stream.
But the things I fucked around with are something I fucked around with when I first played this over a year ago or something. So I don't know if it's been fixed since then, but the settings are still there. So I don't know if it still runs a bit ass. I know it does in certain towns. It'll just run like crap. It does a lot of weird shit it doesn't need to. Like, calculate what's going on somewhere not near you, and things that take up CPU that doesn't need to.
Lots of space here.
Marius what? Oh, for fuck's sake. You goddamn coward. What? Why is there even a dead cumin here? He's considered friendly. Don't tell me I have to do all that shit again. Yeah, I've already fought the battle. Otherwise, it wouldn't be clear. We killed everyone here as well before the battle, so... But the game is all like, lol, you're not supposed to be able to do that. So, let's just respawn them all for the big scripted fight. Gotta dump this guy somewhere. Marius won't see him. Where the hell did he come from? It's really weird that there's a human corpse that's considered friendly. Very weird. Hopefully Marius will come back once he forgets about that. We haven't bugged him out. Oh, there he is. Hello, Marius. Bye, nudes. For fuck's sake, it just runs away. Why was there even a corpse there? Was that there when I was checking earlier? Oh no, is he going back to reset? Oh, Marius. It very much depends what you mean by that. Like, what do you expect to get better? It won't be less janky. If you haven't enjoyed the plot up until this point, you won't enjoy the plot past this point. It's the same game. I'm gonna have to reset.
This is a good spot for the rat house. Every village must have one. It'll be nice and prominent here. It's on the hillside, so the foundations will stay dry. It can have its own little square, close to the church. There's no better site here.
The way it was at launch, at least, the game got a lot worse after this point, simply because you moved further and further away from the stuff that had been tested more thoroughly in the beta. When I played it before, it was less ass. He's reset, hasn't he?
The church is still standing. Good.
Fuck.
Good. Whoever built it did a good job. Considering how old it is and what it's been through recently, it stood up well.
Yeah, let's listen to it. Okay, I'm going to do my rant on flat ground then, since we have to redo them.
Timber alone won't do.
Okay, so when the combat starts, you'll usually lock onto people. Like Marius here, for example. He'll lock onto a spot I'm pointing on right now in his chest. And that's where all your attacks will be aimed at with your weapon. It will always aim at the middle of the chest. When you're just walking around with your weapon out and don't have a target, and combat hasn't started, you can basically stab anywhere you want. You press right mouse button and you'll stab in that direction, which allows you control over where you stab. And considering how the armor works, like if a guy is wearing plate or one of those curious things where his arms are exposed, hitting him in the arms will actually damage him more, even though the thing he's wearing supposedly covers the arms but has good armor value, but the model itself doesn't cover the arms. So a lot of stuff like that, where cool things where attacking feet or something more damage if that particular type of armor is weak there or some shit. But as soon as the lock-on system starts, you'll always attack center mass unless you're doing a combo. The thing about that is, yes, anytime
Tradesman's shop here.
you
Maybe a
are not
baker's?
on flat ground with your enemy, the distance is fucked up. If the enemy has the high ground, you have a lot harder time hitting them because you're aiming at the torso. Henry won't stab at the legs. So it's a lot further. So usually you're out of range, which means you'll attack and enemy is not stopped by shit like that. They'll quite happily hit
There's
you.
Quite a lot of space here.
It's the same
Just
if you
needs
have the high
clearing
ground.
thoroughly.
You are also
We can
further
even
away,
fit stables
too
here.
far away. So yeah, it's some stuff they did to the AI, so it wouldn't just be useless and be harder to cheese. But it's kind of shit, especially since the lock-on system has you strafe around people, and it doesn't take much to walk onto something like here, for example, or this bush here, for example. Like I can't see that. I'm circle strafing. All of a sudden, I'm up here, like whoop. And some of these are really weird. Sometimes an enemy will go like up here at this height suddenly from just strafing around you. And they will be able to hit you from up there, but you can't hit them. So the combat is just completely wonky. And it doesn't work at all for multi-enemy combat. It just doesn't work. Because you have to sort of switch targets, and yeah, it doesn't work very well.
Thing we have this stream. No point in building without a water source.
The reason they have the lock-on system is because they wanted to do the sort of real medieval technique. Oh shit, I'm sober. The real medieval technique stuff. And when I was looking at the Kickstarter stuff for that, I was going, okay, so I play games. Like I've done martial arts and shit. So I know my brain's always toyed with the idea of trying to translate the real stuff into a game, but it always ends up being something along the lines of, so the more you want it realistic visually, the more you have to can the animations, take shit away from the player, have lock-on systems that restrict a lot of crap. Because if you have full free movement, then none of that stuff will really work very well. So I figured that was what was going to happen with this, and I think that's why they did it. I don't know, Billy. Also, hello. I don't really use the spears at all. I would think so, yes, because when you use spheres in the old IRL, you move around an awful lot with the attacks. Like, you can step out and step flatways and stuff like that, but because computer game,
Supplies and trade will flow
we are
through
2
here.
points trying to make attacks at each other. So me going here and there, aiming there, it doesn't work very well, and the enemies don't. They basically stand on the spot and attack from like their mid-torso forward. And I'm assuming you do the same, so I have a very sneaking suspicion that it won't be much different. And if it's different, it will be different in their favor. Also, if you
I can't
use a
even see
spear,
past
I'm
the
very certain you
ruins
can't
whether
master
there's
strike
room
or
for
block or
there.
anything like
But at
that.
least the trees
I
are
don't know.
strong and healthy. All we need is a few good woodcutters. and we won't
It's
have
a
to
shame
bring
because
in
it's
any
an
timber
interesting
from elsewhere.
system and it works kind of okay in arenas and stuff. But the thing is, a lot of it's dependent on stats. If you hit and things like that, you can try and feint and change the direction of the attack, but 90% of the time it won't work because either the enemy has higher stats than you and will automatically do that Batman Arkham Asylum or
Stone foundations.
Assassin's Creed thing
They'll
where
come in
they
handy, and we're close
they
to the
hop.
stream.
they just press the riposte button, then do it automatically. They can just do that to you, especially if your stats are slightly lower than theirs, or you're using a weapon you're not familiar with. They will almost always master strike or master block you, regardless of how fancy you've done your feint and shit like that. Which is ass because it negates a lot of the system. Okay, Marius, there's no corpse here now, right? Don't tell me I missed one.
Lots of space here.
Yeah. And teasing the AI is not really a thing you want to be doing either. You want to enjoy the intricacies of the system and use the fun stuff to your advantage and things like that. You don't want to just sit there and go game mechanics and just play it like it's a game meant to be defeated by breaking it,
All the better.
which is a shame because you don't want to approach games like that, especially stuff like this, which has a decent story and the world feels real and lived in to an ass big extent. You don't want
A
the
big
player to
space,
have to approach
clean water,
stuff
close to the village green.
in that way.
A good site for an inn.
Yeah. The thing about mastering it is it usually just means higher stats.
That's that then. Most essential surveying is done.
And most of the fun comes from when you're fighting someone who's about even to you, because that's when you can actually do things.
So, Master Locator, ready to start building?
There's a long way to go before that. The few ruins that are left are basically beyond repair. It's all overgrown with brush.
Oh dear.
We'll have to get it all cleared before we can start rebuilding it.
So it is possible to rebuild everything?
Yes, absolutely.
But building a whole village is no small enterprise.
We'll need timber, lots of it, which isn't a problem in the middle of the woods, of course. We'll have to hire wage labor to begin with. Quite a lot of men. I think we should get started without delay. There's a lot of work involved, but it'll be well worth the effort. I can just imagine it. The church will dominate the whole settlement.
Oh, that's good news. When will you inform Sir Divis?
Why wait? I'll head to Talmberg right away. But would you keep an eye on things here in the meantime? It would be rather embarrassing
no.
to run into more bandits when I
It's going to do a
return
time
to
skip and I'm going to
Divish.
get sober.
No problem. I'll be right here.
It
Must
shouldn't take us long. My lord, welcome to Pribyslavitz. That is to say, welcome back to Pribyslavitz after all these years. Well, what's left of it.
Not to worry, Marius. I'm glad to be back in my old hamlet. Although, it seems to have aged about as gracefully as I have over the years.
I beg to differ, sir. It's quite dilapidated, unlike your good self. but at least it's safe now. Thanks in part to Henry here, who also saved me from a predicament that cost me valuable time. Who knows? If it hadn't been for him, we might not even be talking now.
Well, lad, in the end, you managed things in your own way, I see. Just as you said you would.
I did my best, sir.
I feel like there would be a way of he would have asked something, and what he just said, you dealt with it in your own way, is probably the response to the thing we're about to say.
There was no reasoning with them. They thought since it was 4-1, I'd be no trouble.
I expect that was a fatal mistake.
Just so, sir.
No loss. At least they won't be troubling us again. Let's get down to the matter in hand, shall we? What state is Pribyslavitz in?
Sir, in my official capacity as locator, I am gratified to inform you that the hamlet of Pribyslavitz may be renewed. And indeed it offers prospects of considerable expansion beyond its former limits.
Splendid. Finally, some good news for this province.
And badly needed, too.
So, what have you discovered so far? I want to know all the details.
A bit redundant there, really.
We had a scout around.
We conducted a basic survey, from which we can make a preliminary outline of the parcels. I already have in my head an initial plan of what can be built where.
We should certainly have a church. I'd like to preserve the existing one.
That should present no serious obstacles. The building is in much better condition than we anticipated. But extensive reconstruction will be required.
That's to be expected.
There's a stream here, and a well, right in the middle of the village.
Yes, and there are abundant woods around. Clearing them will provide both extra land and timber supplies that we can use right away.
Right now, I believe we're standing on the village green, aren't we?
The future green, that is. The village centre will comprise at least 6 large buildings to begin with. We can't fit any more than that here, so there will be other buildings away from the square, in particular more extensive structures.
I'm glad to hear it. I never expected you'd find so much space here in the middle of the woods. The building work we're about to engage in is only the first part of my plan. Later, we'll clear more forest for agricultural land and build more farmhouses. But for now, we'll have to focus on more sensible goals.
As you wish, my lord.
Rebuilding a whole village must cost a king's ransom, though.
It's true it won't come cheap. Before the tradesmen settle here and start producing and trading, it will be necessary to invest a certain amount of capital.
A certain amount? How much exactly?
I wouldn't venture to state a precise amount at this point, but I expect it will come to some thousands, even tens of thousands of groschen.
Well, that much? I hope you're good at haggling.
We shall, of course, attempt to procure everything at the best possible price, but raising a settlement from the ashes you see around you is a costly business.
Gonna John Hammond the shit out of this.
I can assure you, my lord, that if all goes well, the investment shall all come back to you with interest.
I hope I shall live to enjoy it, Master Marius.
A village isn't a village without villagers. You'll need new subjects. Even preparing the ground for a building will need lots of labour. Where can we find so many people, sir?
You sound skeptical, lad. But it's a good question. I've already given it some thought. I've agreed with Radzik and Hanish that we shall make an announcement in Rattay to invite people to move here and help with the construction, which will bring them many benefits, but also obligations. In addition, I expect the prospects of a new home will appeal to your former Skalitz neighbors more than a makeshift camp by the castle walls.
They'll be delighted, sir.
A splendid solution, sir. I've also been concerned about how to bring settlers here, but now it seems there will be no shortage of new inhabitants after all.
It seems things are finally looking up. We routed the bandits in battle, and Henry took care of the remnants. When can we get to work?
Right away, as far as I'm concerned. All we need is people and the necessary funds. And we'll need someone to keep order, at least in the interim.
True. I'll leave you some of my men.
If I may, I would recommend quickly appointing a bailiff to take responsibility for the renewal of the village, its coffers and its citizens.
True. First things first. Since you understand these matters best, you shall take charge of the land parceling and building works. You'll be available to the bailiff, but answerable directly to me.
I'd be honored, sir. Thank you.
And, as regards the office of bailiff, what about you, Henry?
Yes, sir?
You've proven yourself well.
We
You've
have this
demonstrated that you're
fucking
capable of
transient
solving
here.
problems, and you command the respect of your former Skalitz neighbors.
Well, I'm not so sure.
And you're also capable of maintaining law and order.
I must concur.
So, let us expedite matters. Henry, I hereby appoint you to the office of bailiff of the hamlet of Pribyslavitz, in my domain.
My lord, it's a great honor. Thank you.
You will oversee the initial renewal and administration of the village that will set the ground for further development. But don't imagine it'll be a bed of roses, lad. Being bailiff doesn't mean you can do whatever you like. If you don't treat the settlers rightly, I'll soon find out and relieve you of your office. Besides, we can't spare a single groschen from the Talmberg coffers now, with the province in chaos. So, you'll have to cover the cost for the building work from your own purse.
Me? But Marius said it would cost a fortune.
True, but from what I hear, you know how to get your hands on coin enough. So, I expect you'll manage it just fine.
I'd like to know who's been spreading such gossip.
And I am assigning you certain specific tasks. You must ensure the rebuilding of the church. That means complete reconstruction, wall paintings, and a new altar. See to it that in the future the village will be capable of supporting a certain number of people. For that, you will need to ensure the construction of essential artisans' buildings. And ultimately, the village must produce sufficient earnings to fund further expansion.
But, sir, I've never done...
I understand your concerns, but you'll be handsomely rewarded. I shall grant you the proceeds from the whole village for the first 5 years, and you have my permission to use the surrounding woods and land as you see fit.
Well, that's, I mean... Are you sure I'm the right man for the job, sir? It's a lot of responsibility.
As you said yourself, Henry, it's a great honor. Besides, you won't be alone in it. I'll assist you and supervise the construction work.
Phew.
What the fuck?
All right, then.
So, we're agreed. You'll give this document to the Rattay bailiff. He'll make the announcement to invite settlers, which should ensure enough people to begin work. At the same time, your official appointment as bailiff will be announced.
I don't know what to say, sir.
I bet I,
I'm sure you won't disappoint me, Henry.
well, I got sober
And
through
now
this
I
long
must
conversation.
get back to my duties at Talmberg. Send word when everything is prepared.
Certainly, sir. Have a safe journey.
Farewell, sir.
Nope, still drunk. Nice. Save. Right. Very fine. We have a little bit of money we can probably do something with. It's DLC. It's a long way. Peace. No fucking ghosts and shit in my village.
Yeah.
In the horse. Oh crap! What? Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, blood ass. He's fuck. Come on. Oh, you bastard. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Of course, I beeline directly for the goal. Oh, yeah, we have these blue flashes that happen every now and then. I think we see through the world. Like, every object becomes hidden. And we just see the outline of the color of the void. Are you the homeowner here?
Yeah.
Responsible for this downcutting of woad. These roads are pretty decent for something like this. We'll have to get to work on getting some asphalt. Are you Cubans? Am I Cuban? Are you just guards? Jesus, Henry.
Give me your money, you fuckers!
Defend yourselves! Next. What if we...
Yeah, this happens sometimes. Some of these guys will be counted as friendly for some reason. God damn, this guy yogas.
Yeah.
Oh yes, master block.
Well, I never.
I'll slay you, you scum.
But this isn't great.
Jesus.
You.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, the lock-on system will not allow me to lock onto other people if they're not in my line of sight. And the problem with that is, if I unlock myself, they'll think I'm running away. And if I'm running away, they can do a thing called a tackle, which basically spins me around and hits me. Ugh. Fine, I'll wear my bullshit. Which is extremely frustrating. Like, the stickiness of the target system and all that sort of crap is extremely annoying. I think it's probably easier if I just followed the stream to start with. I ended up in it anyway. I say getting stuck immediately. The reason I didn't go in and kill a bunch of them before they started reacting, which is very easy, is because oftentimes when guards are fighting bandits like that, the bandits will sometimes be tagged as friendly. So if I run in and kill the bandits, the guards will be all like, ugh, murder. This has happened quite a lot. In fact, I think most of our murder charges are from shit like that.
What's that?
Ugh. Most, I say. People also kind of hate us. Are you a wayfarer?
Well, I...
Nah.
What's that?
The Knight in Shining Armor good guy is kind of sort of the only way the game expects you to really play it. There's not a lot of stuff that's accounting for you playing an asshole. Like, I have decently low rep with a lot of stuff because I wanted people to yell at me and see, because very quickly when we played this before, we got people to just, every time we were even near, we had so high reputation, everyone was just go, Henry, oh, Al-Manawi has come to see us, greatest man in the world, render onto me your fucking kingdom ejaculate, whatever. and they just love him. So I tried to get our reputation sort of fairly low in the beginning, so just so they would be like, ugh, who's this asshole? As soon as I wear even a little bit of armor, they almost immediately start calling me a knight anyway, which is irritating. I'm going the opposite way now. But also the game doesn't really expect you to have low reputation. Low reputation is sort of a thing that you need to avoid. So whenever we fast travel, which I'm not right now because you'd be sober fast traveling that far, quite often it will say foe. Oh, this is new. It will say foe, and you'll have a really difficult time stopping. Alright. You'll have a difficult time avoiding it even with high travel thingy. Like, what happens is, when you fast travel on the map, Henry will start moving, and you cannot stop him. The only thing that can stop him when he's fast traveling is events. So it'll go something like, oh, there's an armed man on the road. And then you get the choice to avoid or stop. Avoiding, usually, it has a percentile chance to fail or succeed. I have all the perks that makes it easier for me to avoid stuff. But, oh nice, okay. No, that's Radzig, isn't it? Fuck, never mind. I shouldn't kill those. I have all the perks that makes it easier for me to avoid, but whenever it says foe, it's always like 86, 7 or something to fuck it up. It's unreasonably difficult, and all it is because we have low reputation in some of the places, the Wayfarers will sometimes go, ugh, and run away when they see us. They're not attacking or anything like that. They just go, ugh, and run when they see us. But that encounter is so difficult to skip in the fast travel, so it'll load in the area, a Wayfarer walks up to you, goes, ugh, and runs away. And it's like a thing that Henry could just ignore if he wanted to. But the game is all like, not allowed. Because I don't think they really playtested it for playing kind of an asshole. I don't want to be like super evil, BioWare style or anything like that. But the game sort of, it says something about it being easier to intimidate and be generally a bit of a thug if your armor's dirty and you look like an ass and you have a bad reputation. But it doesn't seem to really work in our favor a lot. People will just yell at us and try and stop us constantly. I save a lot also. I've modded in being able to save anytime. Like, look at this Wayfarer. This guy might not hate us, depends where he's from. No, he's fine with us. When you get a lot of that, it makes fast traveling really tedious. Because you get stopped constantly to load in, only to just have to start fast traveling again. Because it's literally an irrelevant encounter. If it said Wayfarer instead of foe, because you don't know if it's actually an enemy that wants to attack you or anything like that. It just says foe, but if it says Wayfarer, you would at least be able to stop to rob him if that's what you wanted. Alright, Regert. Save your schnapps. Yeah, I would have understood if they had done checkpoints rather than thingy, because the game was very buggy when it first came out, and going back to a later save before everything's fucked up might unbreak things. But if you can save whenever you want, there's a chance that you save when something's broken and it can't be fixed. So if they've done it like that, I would have understood it a little better. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was joking when I said that. Have you seen me play any of it?
Yeah.
Any of the videos? The CUD works in a weird way with the textures and sprites and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has this free color something system, which is important for the game to work, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you own it? I don't think you do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when you play it, there's some. It works in a certain way.
Yeah.
I think there's still a free version available of it. Or is that Unreal World? Fucking ass.
Yeah.
The old free. That might be Unreal World. I don't know. Yeah, it does something like the free colors will change or something. The tile set I've been using on the stream, which is very, very outdated, does not show the fog of war properly because he literally just made a bunch of thingies.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting the archery contest. Come sub.
Yeah.
Interesting site is a crossing. I saw that.
Yeah.
Don't stand there like I didn't. And pretend nothing happened. I guess people don't ride many carts in this day and age. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but it's something like if you get covered in blood, for example, one of them turns red, but the others don't. And certain ways of showing effects and shit helps with it. But the reason I use the tile set is because a lot of the stuff in Caves of Cud is not. You can't see what the fuck's going on unless you already know what it is, which makes tiles nice. You can make higher resolution versions of it though. Neuhof, they don't like us. They wanted to imprison us in Skalitz quite a few times. We had fines on us. Skalitz is a town in the beginning of the game that gets raised. Henry's from there. Everyone there is fucking dead. No one lives there, and for some reason when we've killed bandits up there, we've gotten fines and bounties on us. They're not quite bears though. Caves of Cud is kind of, it's weird. Like there are sentient psychic plants in it. It's a very strange world. It's not weird for the sake of it, but it's strange in a way that sort of makes sense with itself, if that makes any sense. Like my character, one of the ones I had was hairy, had quills like a fucking porcupine, and had 4 arms, and I think regenerated limbs.
What is he after now?
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that'll happen. You'll be stopped just so you can see some guy go there, look at you and be like, yes, and fuck off. Which is fucking annoying. It's funny to see, but it's very irritating having you stopped on the horse constantly. I may soon go get something to eat. This is Rate. This is the worst area for lag in the game. See my FPS up in the corner. This is not that bad right now. Yeah, I'll demonstrate in a second.
Asparagus for taste and prunes for what ails you. Try them.
The fuck, where's the bailiff? Kinda. It's more the fact that it's funny enough that they run away, but the fact that it stops me on the horse is so irritating.
I have a document for you from Sir Divish. It concerns the renewal of Pribyslavitz.
The village you drove those bandits out of?
The very same.
So it's true then? Good. Good. Let me see that document then.
Here it is.
So what have we here? It says I should announce that anyone interested may move to Pribyslavitz to live and work. And Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush also give their consent. In that case, let's not waste any time. Come along with me. Take care now.
This game is, yeah. Although I've only been streaming for 2 hours, but I'm hungry, and I need to fix some food because I was gonna have some sandwiches, but I noticed there was mold on my goddamn bread, and it's not the best before is in 3 days, so I kind of need food. So I'm gonna send you on to Olidag, who is a hairy man that lives in Spain but isn't a Spain man. So go greet him, ideally in Mexican.